Black Magic Sorcerer here with another special reading for a special friend video. And today we're going to be delving into some questions about a very serious matter. So what I've done is I've already laid out the cards, and I actually did an entire video that was 30 minutes long, and for whatever reason I could not get it to upload. So I guess the size was too much. So I'll try not to run my mouth for a half an hour straight. So in regards to this deck, I really always felt like it has so much power, more than the other decks for me. For some reason, I just feel like it's a darker, heavier deck. So what I did is I went ahead and I explained each card, but now I've taken pictures and I'm going to send you the picture of the entire spread. So the first card I pulled was Temperance, and in the first position, meaning current position, it sort of implies purification or spiritual purification in some way, that there's something that is being balanced, or you are already very balanced in your current situation. You know, the World card in number 2, that says a lot, because what it shows is the potential for you to change the situation with magic, or us, I should say. In position 3, when we have the 8 of Cups, it depicts a basically feminine character who is got her hands up in defiance and walking away from the cups. There's a throw your hands up sort of a frustration in this card, and I think it might be pertaining directly to your hesitation to go ahead and make happen what needs to happen. In other words, it's almost like the weight of the extra cups is a burden to even pursue. The cups being a bounty of opportunity or money, or any of the things that, you know, cups are associated with. Definitely associated with the emotional side, as far as this character showing the attitude that dealing with these cups is too much. I'm walking away from the cups. I just don't want them. It's not worth the trouble. Now, I'm not sure if that's you or the Mel in question. And speaking of the Mel in question, as my pendulum starts to speed up here, what I see is someone with two sides. When I look at his picture, I actually put a piece of paper over one side of his face, and if you look at his face, he actually does have two very distinct facial sides, and most human beings do, but his is exquisitely different from each side. And that's all I can explain, is that the best way I could put it is that he is an individual who seems to be running out of options and getting a little desperate. And we're going to see that desperation here in the rest of the cards as I go. King of Wands is an extremely powerful and excellent card. I think these cards are more a reflection of his attitude. So what we're trying to find out is this individual going to be a thief? Is he already thieving? What will happen? This is a card of family, and you know, a king surrounded by his children is the way that I interpret it. So a family matter indeed. And here we are again with another Cups card. Basically the same attitude, except this isn't a turn away from the cups in disgust. This is turn away from the cups out of boredom, and out of the fact that you have so many cups that are already full of wine that you can just blow off the other cup of wine because you don't need it. It's as if there's a part of the stagnation that I think both of us may have been experiencing after we did the tree, is finding it very hard to get that excitement back, that that fire in us that drives us forward. It's sort of like my energy, at least, has been so neutralized. Not good, not bad, not happy, not sad, just very flat and low motivation. And I'm just now starting to come out of it. So let's pay attention to the attitude of the character on this card. This card is you, 100%. Magician practicing their skill. And I think that the number 7 is an important number because 7, I think we got a couple 7s here. Let's see, where's the other one at? Yes. We do have a 7 on the chariots. So I love this card. This is a card that shows if you practice your magic over and over, you will grow those pentacles, which are money. So practice your craft and hone in on what you feel you need to do to make this situation a success for you. Now, I personally feel like it's about damage control at this point. So this individual pops up the Empress, the feminine energy and power of the Empress. So in her situation, she's staring directly at the magician that's performing the magic. And what I get from that is I feel like the energy of the Empress, which is kind of like, what would you refer to it as? How would you explain it? The Empress to me is like feminine spirituality. And let me get my little book here. At least we can depend on the Rider-Waite for many things, but especially the original definitions I feel are really great when it comes to Rider-Waite. Let's pause. So the definition for the Empress is this: marriage, alliance, captivity, servitude, by another account, mercy and goodness, inspiration, the man to whom the querent has recourse. So I see this as representing really the energy of the situation for you and maybe even your mom. Because what it is the Empress is going to bring about events that will bring this situation to a close. So here we are again with another family card, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Now I'm going to remind myself what 10 of Cups was. Yeah, everything that you would expect from a family card. You know, contentment, repose of the entire heart, the perfection of the state, with several picture cards in person who is taking charge of the querent's interest, also the town, village, or country inhabited by the querent. Reverse, repose of the false heart, indignation and violence. So gather what you will from the energy of this card, but what I think it really shows is that the magician's going to do magic. There's going to be some fear, worry, regret coming from the Empress. It's his emotions, I think, because she is pointed towards you as the magician. The desired outcome being, you know, everyone happy, and in his case, he feels that this should be the card he has, but he doesn't have it. So in his life, he feels that this is a last resort. And I think that he's got a side to him that's very secretive and, I dare say, malicious. And he has another side to him that's just sort of someone that he could easily deceive someone into thinking he's a lot nicer and better person than he actually is. And if this dude was ever an orphan, I wouldn't be shocked. If he's experienced the breakup of a family, either in a divorce or his own family, like for example, his mom and dad either weren't together or were divorced, or he was adopted or something, so his family connection is broke. And I think when it comes to his current situation, he's simply in that situation because he's so confused and screwed up about what's going on that now he's starting to take his advice from a very evil person. So my fear is that he has this side to him that's capable of doing the unfathomable, which would be stealing an elderly woman's money and potentially even her property or belongings. And there's not a whole lot you can do from where you're at to control it. But the one thing that I know really has to happen, and I think this card is going to show some resolve. It shows news coming. So, you know, in this card I see someone who's waiting for a message or waiting for something to change, or just, you know, in the midst of working, there's actually some news, and you see a bird with a letter in his hand. And I think that news is going to pertain right up to it being the influence that's going to contribute to the Chariot. Now the Chariot, I feel that the energy of the Chariot is what causes the pressure of this whole situation. It's almost like there's something he wants to do or has been doing or contemplated doing, and he hasn't done it yet because he fears the pressure of the Chariot, the force of the Chariot coming. And what do I mean by that? Well, the energy of the Chariot sort of is a sweeping energy that I always feel is associated with war, vengeance, violence, all that stuff. But there's something more to the Chariot. It's got the energy of I don't know what the word I would use. Triumph? Well, and revenge. So I really feel like this is a card that says we're starting a war. And this is unfortunately in the 10th position. So I don't know if what I did made sense. I took a picture of them earlier and I'm going to send to you, but I went in this direction. So in regards to the questions, those can be answered pretty good now because I've been thinking about this for a while. You know, will he buy the house? It's not a matter of buying it. It's a matter of figuring out a way to get your mom to somehow agree to somehow signing it over to him. I'm under the impression that this property is free and clear, and it's like, if I play my cards right and everything goes the right way, but I have a feeling that your mom is on to what's happening. She's got to have a part of her that realizes things are going a little too well, and I don't think your mother is a fool. The energy she gave me was a very stern, proud, not someone that can easily be manipulated. So all Alzheimer's aside, Alzheimer's might be contributing to the situation, but it's not going to contribute to her feeling victimized if he changes his attitude. Because one of the things that I see is this attitude of his, like, I have the cup, but they're a nuisance. The cups are a nuisance. I want to get rid of these cups, walk away from these cups, and I don't know what that means for him. I don't know if it's just an attitude that perhaps he was willing to walk away from his past situation and give up those cups. And that's what's contributing to his mentality now, is he has this influence of this strange individual that he's with. And when it comes to Sri Lanka, I don't know why I get strange visions when I hear the word Sri Lanka. I'm assuming it's it's a place that the individual's from. So I'm going to do some research on Sri Lanka, because that word just absolutely causes my mind to have some kind of image outburst, and I can't really put it into words. So that's why I wanted to do this in a couple of videos, that way we can go through each question. So, is it too late? I'm going to ask the pendulum that. Is the damage done? Mother Astaroth, come thou forth and speak unto me, and answer our questions. Answer my questions and give me true and pure answers. By the holy power of the Archangel Michael, and by the holy power of the Tetragrammaton, come thou forth and answer these questions. Oriel, come. So the question is, will he try to take the house by buying it? Is he in the process of, or will he be successful in his attempt to get the house? That's a very strong no. And that no, I know, is legit, because I feel it in the pit of my stomach, and it's going to be because of the magic that you or I do that prevents this from happening. You're already doing something. You've already done something. And I think you mentioned it, but I don't remember what it was. But there's something on him already that's kind of got his mind a little, I guess you would say foggy, or it's making him second guess himself, whatever has happened to him magically. So what does this mean? It means that he will not be able to physically do that. Now, is it too late to stop the thieving of the money, or whatever he's considering doing, or done, or has done? Has he managed to get access to an account that is not his and take money? No. See, I get the feeling that your mom is pretty quick-witted when it comes to her finances, and I think she loves her son, but I also think she realizes that she knows who her son is. And because he's the one that's there every day, there is a greater sense of memories of him. It is imperative that you at least call or go immediately as soon as you can, if possible, and try to see or visit your mother, because being there will make it much more clear where this is going. So the energy of the Chariot is you and your force basically going to force this situation to come to a boil. And I don't see negativity. I just see a frustrated person that is, in a way, trying to do what's right, but in a way, it's not right, because the honest truth of the matter is he wouldn't be doing it if there wasn't money there. That's his dark side. And he feels guilty about it. It's, he doesn't think of himself as a good person, but he doesn't like to admit that he can be a bad person. And that's a very unique personality type. So we're going to go ahead and go to question 3. And does mom remember? Does mom remember? What version of me do you remember of me? Does she have clear memories? Yes. Does she remember Carrie for her past personality? Another no. So I think the fear that you're having, this feminine anxiety too, which is definitely in this card, your mother probably remembers more of the recent stuff than she does of the stuff that's further away. And I have no idea how Alzheimer's works, but it seems that that's kind of how it seems to work in a way. It seems like the things that you see every day, the people you see and hear and around every day, you will remember them, and probably not forget important people that have been around you, but you might not remember the distant past, or even what's going on. So my question would be, is it too late to render the situation harmless to everyone involved? That's another strong no. So there has to be, there's going to be something. The person that's going to be hurt is him, and he will succumb to an agreement of some kind, I think. But I think it's going to be like out of spite. It's like, fuck, you ruined everything I was planning. Now I got to deal with you, and that personality will come out really quick. So it's important to make sure, yeah, that fucking chick is there. So what I'm being told is, psychically, is basically, if you do go, there's not just one person there that could be putting things in your mother's head. There might be two, and I'm assuming it's the feminine. It's some sort of feminine energy, or it's just his energy. But okay. So what it is because even though she isn't there, she's not physically there, but the pressure or whatever she is doing to put on him. Oh, okay. So this is more about the current wife. There's some pressure being put there on him by her that even he doesn't like. And that explains the attitude of, I just want to walk away from this. But there's also that other side of him that says, well, I deserve this. I've lost the other house. I've been divorced before. I want to start over. I want my own place. But that's very selfish, because he's not thinking about anyone but himself and his family, and hasn't even considered you or your mother's feelings about it. And that's why it's imperative, I think, to just have a straight up convo with her and him. And obviously, you're going to bring someone with you. But I really feel in the yes that's coming to the pendulum now, I think, is confirming that what I'm saying is true. The influence of whatever this chick is doing to him is causing him to not only have anxiety, but it's like pressure. It's like, why is this taking so long? You should be able to get this done, or something like that. Like, there's something that he is being pushed on, and it's making him uncomfortable, but yet it's something that he wants. So it's kind of like he wouldn't do anything bad if it wasn't for her. He would think twice. He would actually have a conscience. There's a part of him that has a conscience, but there's another part of him that says, fuck it, I gotta make my girl happy. And I feel like she is the one that's kind of trying to make this happen faster. So if that requires perhaps your mother signing a document that would make this all possible, or perhaps he has already started to figure out ways to get a hold of family heirlooms or whatever it is he's doing. But the energy coming from her is causing him to act out. And it's also causing him to have a little bit of resentment, and I think some anger towards your mother, because it's like, I'm in this situation because I have to be, and it's not happening fast enough. I wish I could just run away. It's the pressure of that, and the pressure of the chariot. The chariot is going to bring war upon him if he doesn't act fast. And what he doesn't realize is hell's already pretty much coming, because you will definitely, and I will help you, will take action against him if he has done those things. So one more time for clarity. Yeah. the whole thing is he won't dare challenge you because of your reputation. People are arrogant and bold, but they're not stupid. And you definitely have a reputation, at least in his mind, that you're not the kind of person to be fucked with. And if you're going to be there, that things are going to be sorted out. And I don't think he will try to fight you in any way, shape, or form, as far as if you directly go and take care of it with some sort of either magical influence or just by physically going over there and making sure that both of you work to put something in place so that both of you feel comfortable, you both agree on what needs to happen, and the discussion needs to be, well, Mom, we can't make this decision. You need to tell us what it is you want us to have as far as an inheritance. It's not, well, okay, you two fight over everything I own in the house and the bank account. It's got to be something that she has already put into a will or something like that. It'll solve all these problems. So if there's time for her to change or redefine the will or redefine the terms of the will that she currently has, that will definitely prevent this. So continue to do that magic and everything will be fine. I don't see any violence happening coming out of this situation with any of these individuals. I think these individuals are all bark and no bite. And as far as being attacked by the ex-husband, I don't see that in the cards because I feel like there's an ocean between him and the current wife and this ex. And I don't remember where he was at or if we even talked about that, but it would seem to me that this individual will accept his defeat. There will be some kind of little snarky this or that. There's going to be some bad energy, but there isn't going to be a very serious conflict, I don't feel. So my last question is going to be, would he ever do anything to betray or hurt your mother and also betray you? Would he do those things? Will he do it? Not would he, will he? So there's definitely something that will occur if there isn't an intervention. And not in regards to violence or anything like that, but in regards to the money in the house, yes, if matters are not taken seriously and quickly, this could turn into a full-blown war. And I think that's why the Chariot's in the final position. I hope this was helpful. I think you're in one hell of a situation. I just keep having more and more trouble with my stomach. I don't know why it takes so long to heal from the surgery or to get your stomach back to normal, but I think I've still got a long way to go. I'm always nauseated. I can't eat certain things and it's depressing, but I'm not going to let it get in the way of our magical goals. I haven't forgotten. So I love you, my friend, and I hope you enjoyed this little reading, and I'm not done. I'm going to do a follow-up video, and I am going to send you a picture of the spread. Dark blessings.